What is going on, y'all? It's your girl. Just came, not necessarily from a doctor's appointment, but I had to give blood because at this point in time in my life, it is necessary. And with lupus, you're gonna have all kinds of frequent doctor visits, blood work to be given. Thankfully I have great veins and plenty of blood to give. The Red Cross won't be hitting me up no time soon. Matter of fact, speaking of blood work, what blood type are y'all? Well, your girl is O negative, okay? Which means I'm a universal donor, which means I can give my blood to any and everyone. I just can't receive any and everyone's blood in return. I can only receive a O negative, and thankfully my mother is O negative also. My husband's O positive, baby girl is O positive. And that was one of the biggest things. I was kind of like fretting a little bit because at the time when I first got pregnant with her, he didn't even know his blood type. So they ran his blood type under my insurance at the time, and that's how I found out. And I was just like, oh man, because I know when I was in military, shout out to the Army who had a squad leader who's he and his wife at the time both had O negative blood, I believe, and then their children, of course, that made them O negative, and they had a daughter who one day she got real sick, and just overnight she had to start over back like how you train a baby. So when you have all of those factors going on, like with your blood and stuff like that, and O negative people are more prone to autoimmune diseases and stuff like that, and different conditions and stuff. Just like when I was pregnant, both my pregnancies I had to get what they call a RhoGAM shot, and the RhoGAM shot is because of the negative antibodies that you have in your body, kind of like how lupus is is like making the body attack itself. The antigens in your body, in your blood, excuse me, if you don't get that RhoGAM shot, it will fight off the baby like it's a virus. So it is necessary for you to have that so it protects you and your baby. I've had instances where my spinal bifida came up positive on both pregnancies, even though both of my kids were birthed healthy. The baby produces a protein that can sometimes seep into the mother's bloodstream. Now, when I had my son 15 years ago, they didn't have technology, of course, isn't as advanced as it is now. Like, you could go out and get 3D ultrasounds and stuff like that, but just an in-depth look of, the baby's body parts and stuff like that, that was kind of hard. So when it came to spinal bifida, I had to lay on the table a long time just for them to do an up and down scan of my son's back to make sure that he wouldn't be born with it. This go around with baby girl, the tests are more in depth and more detailed. So they showed me at the ratio where you're considered positive for it at 2.0. Mine was 2.17. So it wasn't enough for an alarm, to cause an alarm, but it was enough to look into. And of course they offered amniocentesis, in which they take that long needle and stick it in your stomach, because I was offered it on the first pregnancy, and I was offered it the first pregnancy was more or less, they were only going to give it to me if they, saw something on the ultrasound that didn't look right. But this go around, they offered it still, even though, it came up positive, but it wasn't really a big deal. Or she said it's 99.9% that she won't have it. So I was like, okay, ain't no sense in me, getting a needle stuck in my damn stomach for no reason, because that's more of a risk, because they're aspirating some of that liquid out of the amniotic sac, and I definitely don't want anything to harm me or my child. So if you say it's 99.9%, honey, like paternity test on Maury, I believe you. My hubby was the daddy, okay? Just to make it clear. But how was everyone's day, Last night I had me another moment just talking to my husband about the fact of how depressing it can be, because like I said, I always say I'm an upbeat person, because I really am. I always try to have a positive attitude and a positive outlook on life, but it gets rather depressing when you feel like you're stuck in the house all the time. And I'm a person who's used to being outside the four walls, actually living my life and stuff like that. And what sucks about this lupus is that even though, like, it makes you vitamin D deficient from the lack of sun, because you can't be in the sun, because it suppresses your immune system. But, I miss being out. My daughter, sometimes I feel like I've cheated my daughter Even though she's a toddler and she don't know no different right now, I just feel like being able to take advantage of going outside and taking her out to the park and stuff right now really isn't an option for me. And I said I was going to try it as it got, like, because I can't really be out in the sun during peak hours, which is considered 10 a.m. to 4, between 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So I'm looking at it too, like, damn, you know, I would love to take her out and watch her run around and stuff. So my husband has to do a lot of that, like with the kids. Like yesterday, he took the kids swimming. I can't even take them swimming. So it's little things like that that you kind of miss doing, even though, you know, we didn't really take her out when she was first born. Given that she was born in October, you know, the pool's gonna be closed anyway. But it's just certain things that I wish I could do with her right now. And I know eventually it will get better. You know, I said I'm going to work my way back to it. Put on one of my big floppy hats and, you know, just have a go at it. Sorry if my voice is kind of hoarse. Hopefully y'all can hear me. My voice, it just does its own thing. I also was trying to figure out, for those of you that do have lupus, how did you know that you had it? How did you find out? And I'm noticing it's a lot of these, because lupus is very tricky. That's why my blood came up reactive to hepatitis C, even though I don't have it. It's just the fact that it can trick your body into thinking it has all these other things going on. And my cousin, who's an RN, got out to boo. She's in Kentucky, but I usually go to her with a lot of questions, and I asked her, you know, because she helped me out during my second pregnancy, because hell, I hadn't been pregnant in over a decade. So I'm just like, okay, you know, is this normal? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what's normal and what's not normal in a pregnancy, but y'all get what I'm saying. So if, for those of you who have had, well, ain't no have had because you don't get rid of it, but who have lupus, do you have any other conditions aside, you know, besides that, like Raynaud's or was it Sjorgren? I can never pronounce that. I don't know what it is. It's Sjorgren, Sjorgren, something like that. But you know, let me know what your symptoms are. And please, whenever you get a chance, please go follow my pages, The Purple Hearts. It's hearts with a Z on the end instead of an S. It's an open public page on Facebook and on Instagram, and it's basically full of people. I have people that suffer from autoimmune. I have people that don't, and they just want to show support. But I try to keep people as knowledgeable as I can, because let me tell you, I do have history as a medical assistant. You know, I've been one since 2004. Of course, aside from getting like regular colds and stuff like that, you know, I'm being exposed to people's everyday germs. Being this sick myself, you know, it will knock you on your ass a little bit, because you never realize how real it is until it hits you, you know, until it affects you personally. Plus, I have seen, like I said, all these other conditions that go right along with lupus. And I asked the girl, she said like having dry eyes and dry mouth, and my rheumatologist always asks me that, and I'm like, no. But what I do notice, of course, well, because I drink a lot, and I'm just thinking that it's just a side effect of me taking medicine every day. Even though I don't take a million pills right now, I'm only really taking 4, and then the 1 injection that I have to do every Wednesday. But you know, when that happens, I'm just assuming, I just chop it down to, first of all, it's hot as hell right now because it's summertime. And then on top of that, it's also me taking the medicine. When your body's not used to taking any kind of pills on a daily basis, it tends to make your mouth a lot drier, you know, because this is more than just taking an aspirin a day. This is legit medication that's prescribed that I have to take. So, you know, let me know what side effects y'all are experiencing from medicine, or what symptoms you're experiencing from the disease. Like I said, last night, just having one of those moments. You know, I miss going to work. I miss camaraderie of other people. You know, I miss making connections with other adults. And don't get it twisted, you know, life as a stay-at-home mother isn't the worst thing ever. However, when you're with a toddler that can't really verbalize that well, you know, conversation with another grown person is very needed. It really is. It's needed. So I just I don't know, just thought I'd share that with my peoples today, and I hope y'all having a great day. got some great pointers from a friend. You know, I want to try and do daily videos, or at least every other day. For me, it's therapeutic. You know, for me, it helps me connect with other people. I can say that having lupus has been somewhat of a blessing. You know, like, yeah, it sucks to take medicine every day and to have those feelings going through what I go through. However, you know, it's helped me to, it's allowed me, it's afforded me, you know, the opportunity to connect with people that I otherwise probably wouldn't have connected with, not necessarily on my own, but just social media standpoint, you know, because I'm actually going through this. It helps me to relate to others a little bit better, you know, as far as the sickness goes, because as far as I'm concerned right now, my life consists of me being the only sick person in my group. And a lot of days I don't consider myself the sick person, but it's just when it's being said, like, damn, I got lupus, like, come on, you know. And I was presumed well for a lot of years, you know. So, and things like this lie dormant in your body. So it's no joke. It really isn't. So when you come across someone who's actually going through this, don't be heartless. Don't be like, oh my God, you know, here they go. Like, this shit is real. It hurt. Don't take for granted that not for 1 second that it can't happen to you. You know, because I never thought I was exempt from getting sick ever in life, but I thought that this would be the last thing I'd had to deal with. Just try to be mindful of people's feelings, you know what I'm saying? Because it's no joke. Like, yeah, I got thick skin, so it's not a lot that people can really say to me that's really gonna kill my vibe, so to speak. But at that same time, though, you know, you try to be mindful of those around you, because words hurt. They do affect other people. You know, everybody doesn't have tough skin, and everybody, you don't just want to go around making somebody feel less than just because of their condition or their situation, because you just never know what a person is going through. And like I said, I'm going through more than just lupus right now. So just try to be encouraging, you know, uplift people, because it is needed. You know, other people's videos and stuff uplift me. How they say, be a comfort, be a listening ear, be a helping hand, be a shoulder to lean on. Just basically be an all-around support for those, you know, for friends and family members that are going through this. Because again, it's a real sickness. It's something real that you have to deal with. It's bad enough to have to wake up in pain a lot of days, and on top of people judging you. So try to be as least judgmental as possible, you know. So on that note, y'all, I got another thing to do today, but I just thought I'd touch bases with my peoples, and hopefully y'all have a great rest of your day. Now, my DIY project kind of came out as a flop, so I'm going to try to do something different, or try to do something else, but with the same concept of trying to redecorate and revamp my little half bathroom downstairs, because I'm still trying to work that out. So, all right, y'all be blessed. See y'all later. Be kind to each other. All right. Peace.